the federal government can claim federal eminent domain and take our property from us.
That's a farmer in Russell County, and here's his concern: a proposed energy corridor. It's up to 5 miles wide, making room for massive power lines or other energy throughout the nation. Welcome into Factfinder Investigates. I'm Michael Schwenke. One of those so-called corridors would cut right through Kansas. Here's a look at the path again. There are actually two here in the Sunflower State. There's another one down there in southwest Kansas. Now Kansas landowners growing concern the federal government could just take their land through eminent domain. Factfinder investigator Brandon Stitt talks to farmers in Russell County who say they're ready to fight.
It's one of 10 proposed national electric transmission corridors. These aren't power lines yet, but if they're approved, it will clear the way for energy companies to use the corridor. 2 of them could affect Kansas. Now, although there are few details about how the paths were chosen, both corridors run through areas with a lot of wind turbines. I went to Russell County, and these Kansas farmers there tell me their land is not for sale.
I would possibly lose my home.
Russell County farmer Dustin Finkenbinder stands a lot to lose.
We would lose around 70 to 80% of the land that we own and rent.
The land south of the small Kansas town of Waldo, where the U.S. Department of Energy has proposed an energy transmission corridor, 30 miles of it running right through Russell County.
All of which you can see from horizon to almost horizon, as far north and south as you can see, that will all be in that federal corridor.
Now, landowners and county leaders, including Russell County Commissioner Duke Strobel, are fighting to stop it from happening.
We're going to have to band together and fight this together.
And they made their objection clear in a letter to the Department of Energy. Commissioner Strobel highlights the fact that any land for the corridor could be taken by eminent domain.
That's not sitting well at all.
David Newacek is one of about 15 farmers and county leaders that talked with me in Waldo.
When you're talking multi-generational land, homes, that type of thing, we're not going to give it up very easily.
On Main Street sets the Waldo Way.
It's the only business in our little town.
Jennifer Lunn has been pampering clients here for 26 years, and her family, one of those multi-generational farming families.
It's going to impact us in so many ways.
The corridor could not only take her shop, but all of those generations of farmland.
We absolutely don't want to have to start over. It's not for sale.
A common theme in north central Kansas.
My land is not for sale. Others' land is not for sale. Our lifestyle is not for sale.
They need to hear our voices. I mean, our lives aren't for sale, you know.
I reached out to U.S. Senators Jerry Moran and Roger Marshall about those concerns. Senator Moran says that he will pay close attention to the Department of Energy's electric interest transmission corridors. And the proposal, as it develops, he will continue to ensure landowners, their voices, are heard. Senator Marshall says in part that the use of eminent domain, if needed, is wrong. He says that he stood by his opposition of giving the federal government the ability to overrule states on local projects, and will continue to push back on the administration's overreach of power. Now, any final decision will have to come from the Department of Energy, and an exact timeline is not yet clear.
All right, on that note, there are 10 corridors nationwide being proposed. Again, these are just proposals. It's a 4-phase process. Here's what we know. Phases 1 and 2 are done. This fall officially begins phase 3. That's when the Department of Energy will ask for feedback. So far, no in-person engagement sessions have been released. Water restrictions for Wichita water customers take effect on Monday. It comes after a year and a half of lowering water levels out at Cheney Lake, the extreme heat, and below normal rainfall.
We want to curb our outdoor watering through the remainder of irrigation season, and we will reevaluate at the end of the next 2 months where we stand in terms of water conservation.
Close look at the map here showing when you can water. It starts with northwest Wichita. If you live there, you can water on Mondays, northeast Wichita Tuesdays, southwest Wichita Wednesdays, and then Thursdays, southeast Wichita. There's no watering on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday outdoors. It's also prohibited between 10 in the morning and 8 o'clock at night. Many of you reaching out to Factfinder with some questions about these restrictions. One of the most common, what if I have a well? For those with your own well, you are exempt from mandatory restrictions. However, the city still asks that you be smart and do your part to conserve. Another common question, what about car washes? Car washes do recycle water and are exempt from outdoor water use restrictions. Other businesses exempt include ones that are reliant on outdoor water as a core economic activity. Those include businesses like nurseries and golf courses. Newer cars collecting your data whether you realize it or not, and it has lawmakers asking questions.
I need to know if you get big results.
Yes, ma'am. We get big results. We fight the insurance companies.